Inside your bedroom, we stopped counting the days, lost in the rhythm.
I was always a quiet, kind of serious, shy child. A lot of people I grew up with described me as a rule follower. I liked reading a lot and I loved writing stories. I used to draw picture books before I knew many words. I was 7 when I realized that there are people in the world who write books as a job, so that's what I decided I was going to do, even though a lot of people told me I wasn't very practical and that I needed to have a real job. I was going to be an author, and that's what I put all of my efforts towards. When I got into middle school and high school, I felt a lot of pressure to figure out what I was going to do after high school, aside from just be a writer, like people had pretty much told me I needed to do. So I threw myself into all of these things that people around me were really successful at. So I was pretty good at sports. I was pretty good at playing the clarinet. So I did all the things that made people really excited, and I got a lot of praise for being successful at. And what I think ended up happening was that I was doing all of these activities and being around all these really successful people strictly because it made other people around me happy and excited for me. So what it ended up doing was reinforcing all of the anxious thoughts I had and really reiterating to me that what I really wanted for myself and the person I was just wasn't good enough. So by the time I graduated high school and all of those systems were gone, I completely collapsed. I graduated high school and went to Oklahoma State University, and I entered a really dark and difficult time of my life. My whole first year, I felt really stupid, like I had no idea what I was even doing there. I was getting an English degree, but I felt like I was using scholarship money and my parents' money to get a degree that I had no idea what I was going to do with if it wasn't becoming an author. And the more research I put into it and the more effort I put into it, the more and more it felt like everything in the universe was just telling me that it was going to be impossible to accomplish my dreams, and everything just felt so unimportant. I felt really unimportant, like none of it mattered. And I had a really difficult time even attending my classes. I was having daily panic attacks. I often would leave class to go sit and cry in the bathroom and calm down. Usually I had more than one panic attack a day, and I just really struggled. I came up for air on a good day once and kind of saw things as they really were and realized that I was surrounded by so much negativity. I had some relationships that were really negative and contributed to my mental health. Not only that, but they made me feel like I contributed in a negative way to theirs and like I was part of all of their problems. So after hitting rock bottom, and I decided, instead of walking past the mental health clinic on campus like I had for so many days for more than a whole semester, I decided that day to actually walk in, and I set up an appointment with my very first therapist. Therapy came with a lot of growing pains, but it was hugely helpful for me. Not to say that there weren't setbacks. I definitely experienced a lot of anxiety. I was still having panic attacks, but therapy led me to distance running, which I found hugely helpful in managing a lot of my anxious symptoms. It was a place to work out energy. I found my way back to writing very slowly. So I would say it was a lot of highs and lows. And by the end of it, after writing all of it out, I got to graduation and I got my first big girl job outside of college and was finally moving on. I graduated college and got my first big girl job, which was not the job I originally wanted. I was not an author. I was a high school German teacher. And while I enjoyed parts of it, I very quickly became overwhelmed and felt myself kind of backsliding back into some of these negative relationships. I was second guessing myself. The anxiety was piling on, and I just was not happy. And so I decided for myself that I needed to do things to do better. I did a lot of soul searching. I did a lot of reality therapy, really, and recognizing that the relationships I had were cycles of mental abuse. They were not positive relationships. And so I decided that I needed to move out of those and put myself in better environments. And very quickly, I actually met somebody, and I was very resistant to the relationship at first because I knew that I needed it to be on my own terms. It needed to be healthy. And so I resisted it, but I did eventually end up marrying this person, and he is now my husband. And I am very thankful for him because he calls me out when I am selling myself short and always listens to my opinions. As I paid more attention to how things made me feel and how people made me feel, and really assess, were these healthy things, or do I even enjoy what I'm doing right now? Things actually got a lot better. I went back to therapy. I currently go to therapy every other week still. So this is not something that I am cured of. I'm still working on it. But I've realized that as I chase things that bring me joy and I accept the things that make me happy, I am a much happier person. I am a better friend. I'm a better mom. I am a better wife to my husband. I am just a happier person, and I can live a much more full and life that is just full of joy and feels fulfilling and authentically me. Hello. Hopefully the audio is not terrible out here. I want to first thank all of you for listening to my story all the way through. Mental health is something that is super important to me, and not just because I have been through some really dark and difficult times in my life mentally, but also because now that I have studied and grown and gotten a formal education, I am working on my LPC currently. I hold a master's degree in school counseling, so I know a lot of background, especially related to like children and adolescents and mental health. And it is just a really important thing to me because it influences every area of our lives. If you do not take care of your mental health, your physical health kind of follows suit and starts to decline. There's a lot of research about burnout and all kinds of things related to mental health. So I could go on a long tangent about all of that, but that's just to say that this is an area of life that I'm very passionate about and would really like to educate and do more to bring awareness to. And what better way to do that than sharing my love of writing and reading and how that has helped my mental health, how my background in mental health has influenced my writing and made me a better writer. I'm better at character development and storytelling because of my background that I now have in psychology and mental health. So I wanted to bring that to my YouTube channel. I want to expand on the monthly self-care vlog that I've been doing the last several months. I wanted to expand that, and I want to talk more about mental health as it relates to me and my writing and my view of life. And I just wanted to share my experiences with it and things that may or may not help you depending on what you may be going through as well. So that's the video. I am introducing just awareness to mental health and some of the things that I do to help center myself and how tips and tricks that I use personally to help my own mental health. So that's what we were going to be doing more of on this channel, is mindfulness. And I'm hoping to post a monthly video in addition to the monthly self-care video, where I talk about writing topics, books. We do some like self-care things together for the sake of our mental health. So that's what I am very excited to be introducing. I also don't know if it will be available at the time that I'm posting this video, but we have shirts. Can you see it? It says, "Read books, be kind." They will be going up on a spring tea, what used to be spring tea, it's now spring shop. I also have cute stickers with this logo, as well as other bookish things related to my author platform. So I am super excited to be expanding and including more of this. The entire theme of these videos, kind of in keeping with this slogan, is read books, be kind, spread kindness, celebrate our strengths, and help each other through our struggles. And that is what I want to do more of. I want to chase more joy. I want to find more joy. I want to do more of what brings me happiness. And I want to encourage other people to learn and find ways to do that for themselves as well. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for always following along and leaving your wonderful comments. I've had nothing but lovely experiences with people here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for that. Continue to do that and show others the same kindness that you showed me. Not only that, but show yourself some kindness too, because that is something that my journey through mental health has taught me to do more of. I ask myself all the time, why is it that it is so much easier to approach other people with so much empathy and to show them kindness, and it is so much harder to do that for ourselves? And I want to try doing more of that. So be kind to your mind, be kind to yourself, and spread kindness to others. Follow me below. All of my social media is linked in the description box. Also, as soon as I have it available, you will be able to get a link to all of my lovely merch, which I am excited to bring to all of you guys. Sorry for the audio quality of being outside and maybe some of the raspiness in my voice, because I am dealing with allergies. Thank you guys for bearing with me. And until the next one, read books, be kind, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!